touring? I mean, where the fuck have you been for all these years?
Well, it's funny. It's the band never stopped. We have 16 releases right now. Our new one is called Ironbound.
Right.
So that's our 2010 offering. On E1 in North America, Nuclear Blast in the rest of the world. Kind of a reinvention of our past, yet at the same time a progression, involving a new producer with regard to the mix.
Right.
And it's it's making some noise. First time we've charted in 15 years, so I mean things are kind of nice for us. I mean it's the proof is in the pudding. Press play and come to the show, and then you can see what it's all about.
I know. I totally can't wait to do that. So so how was the South American tour? You guys just went to South America. How was that?
We started in Santiago in Chile, right after the earthquake actually, and I think it's kudos to the Chilean people for being stronger than El Terremoto. And then we went into Buenos Aires, Argentina, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Recife on the northeast coast of Brazil.
Did you see any sharks?
It was shark migration during that time. There's big signs posted in Recife, shark migration, do not swim.
What do you think of the fans in South America?
I think South American fans are really over the top.
So I saw the video Bring Me the Night. That was shot in Brooklyn, New York.
That's correct.
Tell me about that. Brooklyn of all places. That's like one of the most unglamorous places. Where are you these days anyway?
Brooklyn was picked by the director, Kevin Custer, Toaster in the Tub Productions. And Kevin is really about vibe. He's a drummer. We said, we want performance. He said, I got the place. Dirty, stinky, cold. It's in Brooklyn. There's wet floors. I said, sounds like us.
What do you think, like with video making nowadays? They have all these Pro Tools for like video recordings and all these really cool effects for just music videos. How do you think video making now differs from video making back in the day when you guys did some really cool videos?
Well, obviously technology has moved ahead by leaps and bounds. So, I mean, you have to stay current with it. I think a band that's been around as long as us has an old school mentality, which gives a certain charm to it, obviously, because this is the way it was done. But I think you have to be able to mix the two together to say, let's put what's new with what was, and then come up with a third entity. And that's what old school / new technology does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we embrace it, obviously.
I think it's great.
We used what's called a red cam on this video, and it's 4,000 lines on the camera. And it is so vibrant, and you can do so many things with it that it's like when we were looking at the playback on the monitors, it looked like you were actually in a movie theater. So really, really cool.
Speaking of old and new, how do you think Ironbound actually differs from the old school Overkill albums?
Well, I think that it has a lot of those standards that I just mentioned generally, and values, but I think that what makes it different is that it's a reinvention of what that old school was. So you take what was, turn it into new, do a new production on it, let's say go back and make it a little bit more organic, and then it actually becomes contemporary with regard to what 2010 is, and it makes it unique among, let's say, among the masses.
Now, when you guys recorded Ironbound, did you try to go into the mindset of like old Overkill, or did you try to do something totally different?
We never go into a mindset. It's really that simple. You do the best you can under the circumstances. You never leave the studio until you're satisfied with it. And did the magic happen or not, you find out really afterwards. That's in our opinion. Other bands have different opinions. We're really record and go. Why it worked was we came off the road March 2009, started assembling this in late April. So that live energy from the road snuck into the studio. It sneaks in like a gas under the door jambs and through the windows. And when that happens on the drum tracks, everybody's got to follow suit. And that's why Ironbound happened the way it did.
What would you be doing if you weren't playing music?
I took communications at Manhattan College in the Bronx. I have other business interests. I mean, this band is not about narcissistic values. Obviously, it's not live young, die young kind of thing, because we're middle-aged guys who do this and obviously love doing it. But we've gotten to see a lot of things and had fantastic benefits from it, and huge amounts of satisfaction. So what would I be doing? Probably something in the communications industry, whether it be recording, or whether it be video, or whether it be speaking.
On your website, people can actually buy your stuff. Can they download your music and pay for it and everything? What is it, the wreckingcrew.net?
Wreckingcrew.com.
Okay.
And you can get links to download. You can also get those links on the MySpace /overkill. We try to keep current with that stuff. E1 is all over it. This is a great viral promotion that we're doing for this record. In my opinion, you have to keep your hands rooted in what you work, but yet at the same time be contemporary with what is.
That's good. I like that idea. And what kind of message do you have to your fans?
Follow your dreams. Always keep them alive. It's the most important thing. You live once. Don't aspire to be anything but what you truly want to be. Thank you.